So if you're watching this video, chances are you're stuck right now with the whole online beat selling thing and you just want to make it work. I hear you. I've been there myself. There's nothing more frustrating than posting every single day and getting no views, right? Even when you feel like, okay, you just watched a video on how to grow a Type B channel. You took notes. You actually like really tried to learn it. You apply it to your channel, and then nothing works. Right? You just get 5 views every single day. Well, in this video, hopefully I can show you how to get out of this and how to actually start seeing results just like my client did here. I recently did a video where I break down how I helped this guy blow up his Type B channel. So that's not really going to be the point of this video, but my point of why I'm showing you this is because look at where he started. When he first started, he was getting barely any views and he posted every single day for I'd say almost 4 months. If I'm doing my math correctly, definitely a solid 3 months of posting every day and getting nothing. And the thing is producers, and you might be in kind of a similar position, producers just don't want to stick it out. So you might be in a position where like maybe in the past you started a channel and it got about 17 16 views a day or 9 views in a day at some point, right? Like or just 0 views, right? And so after maybe a month max, you just quit and you're like, okay, well that niche didn't work, or this whole Type B thing is just, it's not real, it's not consistent, it doesn't actually work. I used to think that too, and my clients used to think that too. But it's interesting what happens when you actually stick it out, right? Because you might actually have all the information you need. You might actually have all the sauce and you might not even know it, right? But you just haven't stuck it out long enough to actually be able to know if it's going to work for you, right? Because this is what happens when you do stick it out. This is what happens when you find the right niche, you understand the algorithm and how to play to it and not play against it, and you figure out all the retention hacks and all the nerdy stuff, and then you implement it on a channel and you post every single day and never take your foot off the gas. This is what happens, okay? And it's not just what happens for this guy. It's what's happened for me and every single one of my clients that I've ever coached, right? These are just a few to name. I could run through the entire list, but honestly, that would take all day. Not actually, it'd take like 20 minutes, but honestly though, I'm not here to just brag about my wins and what I've done for others. I just want you to know it's possible if you actually stick to it. Because I remember when I was first starting out, I always was just looking for the next little piece of sauce, right? And the next little thing. When what happened when I just stuck it out and stuck to it, for me, it didn't take 3 months, or it didn't take 2 months to start getting results. It took me a year and a half before I made anything from this beat selling stuff, to be honest, right? Because there weren't people like me out there. There weren't free guides out there. People were selling like $1,000 courses with maybe a 3-page PDF. That's what I was dealing with, okay? So it was a different ball game back then. It was way harder, right? And what's cool now is like the algorithm's actually easier than ever. And a lot of producers don't understand that, because they think, oh, well, I'm not getting views, so that means like the algorithm must be the problem, right? It's not me, the algorithm's the problem. No, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The algorithm is not the problem. The algorithm is designed to make YouTube money. Listen, what I'm about to tell you is like gonna shift your whole mindset with this YouTube thing, this Type Beat stuff. And it's a necessary shift, a mindset shift. So YouTube is a business. They want to make money. Okay, so how do you make them money? Well, the only way they make money is by having creators on their platform, right? Because if they had no creators, then people wouldn't want to put their ads on YouTube. That's their business model, right? So if you know how to play to the algorithm, because the algorithm just wants to see if people are watching the videos, if people like the videos. How do they know that? Well, are people clicking on the video? Okay, click through rate, there you go. Are people watching the video all the way through? Are they watching a lot of the video? Are they sticking around through the first 30 seconds, right? Those little things matter. And we call that retention. We call that average view duration, or AVD, right? So when you start paying attention to these things and you start thinking, okay, well, there's 3 things I need to crack then. It's thumbnails, average view duration, and retention. How do I crack these 3 things? Well, then now it becomes a bit easier, right? You're not just thinking, oh, how do I rank on Type Beats? No, how do I get people to watch, and how do I get people to click? okay, that's a lot. I can breathe a little bit better now, right? That's a lot simpler. And that's why I was able to get myself results. That's why I was able to get all of these producers results, because it's not like you're not guessing with this type beat thing. You're not guessing. Once you know this formula, once you know how to crack the code, you can do it on any niche. You can do it over and over again. It's like an infinite money glitch. So that's why I love this type beat thing, is because it's like a math equation. Like once you know it, you know it, you know. But also, you know, if you learn a math problem, right? Or if you learn math, for example, this is a boring example, I'm sorry. But if you learn anything, right? If you don't practice it over and over again, you're going to start to lose the skill, aren't you? Right? If you learned how to cook one day and then you just never cooked again for 30 years, guess what? You're not going to know how to cook anymore. You'll be lucky if you can make a piece of toast, right? So once you learn it, that doesn't mean you just stop learning. No, you're always going to be a student of the game. I hope you are. I'm still learning things every single day. I'm obsessed with this game. I'm obsessed with the typey stuff. This is all I do. So once you understand that it's like just those three things that matter, it's a lot easier to tackle it. And if you're wondering, you know, oh, how do I get my thumbnails good? How do I get my retention good and my average view duration? All that nerdy stuff. I cover that in a video. I'll link it down below for you if you just want to check it out. It's free. Don't worry. It's not like a course or anything. It's just on my YouTube channel. But the whole point of this video is really just to ingrain in your head that like things won't come overnight. And you might be like, well, I know that already. I know that. But you don't though, because you keep, instead of like posting every single day, you keep quitting these channels. And then, you know, like you might get a channel to all of a sudden get some views and then it falls off and then you like quit. Or you start a channel and it gets nothing and then you quit. Either way, like you're back here. You're back at a video like this where you're looking for some new sauce instead of just sticking to the channel and trying to think, okay, let me watch this video that you're watching, right? And let me see if I can pick some new gems and then apply it to my channel and keep working on this channel, right? Instead of just looking for like a way to escape it, like actually tackle it, you know what I mean? And just stick to it. Never take your foot off the gas, right? And you can improve over time. Your first video doesn't need to be a banger. It doesn't need to be the one that gets 5 million views. Like that's not how it works. That's never how it works. That's never how it worked, right? So as long as you focus on improvement and you focus on your input, then the output will always resolve itself. It will. My client here focused on the input, right? Okay, I know what I'm doing. Diego helped me with my thumbnails and everything. I know what type of thumbnails to do now. I know how to make the arrangement perfect for YouTube. I know how to, you know, have people hooked at the intro and everything. I'm just going to post every single day now, and I'm going to only focus on the input, which is me posting every day, and eventually the output will resolve itself. Did that not happen? Is that not exactly what happened? I'm not just talking out of my ass. This is literally proof, right? And if you want, I can refresh this page if you don't believe it. But I think the numbers have been changing this whole time anyway. So I know like our brains can kind of be fried at times where we get desperate, right? We get desperate for like some type of cheat code. But that's not how it is. Okay. If I'm being honest, like I could say, oh yeah, it's there's this one secret that you need in order to, you know, it's some bullshit, right? But at the end of the day, it's watching videos like this that are free and then just applying these gems and sticking to it. At the end of the day, it's sticking to it. It's consistency. When producer YouTubers like myself talk about being consistent, we mean it. Right. And it's not just being consistent with posting every day. It's being consistent to the niche, to everything, like to the time you post every day, to the descriptions, the titles, the thumbnails, the intros, like everything. You never want to take your foot off the gas, and you never want to switch up what you were doing, even if it's not working right away. Right. This is proof. OK, at the end of the day, it's not on me if you do good. It's up to you if you want to post every single day and stick to it. And you don't need to post every day. You can have like a set schedule. The point is you need to be consistent with it, right? You could post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. every single time. You never miss the time. You never miss a day, right? If you're consistent, that's all that matters, right? I know there's some niches where the beats genuinely take a lot longer to make than other niches, right? I know that. So I'm not saying you need to post every single day. It definitely will help. But if you can't, right, we all have like our lives, right? We all have, maybe you have kids, you have school, you have work, you have responsibilities, right? That's fine, you know. But my point is, hopefully one thing you can take away from this video is that if you stick to it and you just keep focusing on improving and focus on your input, you will succeed. That's the one thing I can tell. If you can leave from this video with one thing, it's that. Please don't give up. I'm rooting for you. I genuinely want to see you all succeed. I love this game. I love my community here. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.